Hi everybody, Farmer Nicole here. Just another quick update on Seed 2020 from Neubauer Farms. Just thought I'd let you know what we're working on today. Definitely there's so much that goes on before we ever hit the fields. So we've actually been planning and getting ready for seeding for a couple months already. First thing that we need to do is treat our seed. So, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to do some myth busting too. A lot of people are under the impression as farmers we don't have any control over what kind of seed that we plant. Somehow there's a misconception out there that we're told by, I don't know, the government, I guess, or somebody, what kind of seed we can use, and there's controls in place about whether or not we can use our own home-raised seed. Now certainly that is true of a couple of crops. One I know in particular is canola. And canola is GMO, and we're going to talk about that later in the season. But generally, the majority of the crops that we grow, certainly here at Neubauer Farms, we just use our own seed. Occasionally we'll buy certified seed because there's been work done in the lab to increase its efficiencies and ultimately increase its yield and make it work better in our very dry climate. But for this year, we're just going to be actually using seed that we have on hand. So the variety that we'll be planting this year is called AC Eli. We seeded that a couple of years ago from certified seed, so basically seed that was engineered in a lab. And there's a few things about it that we really liked. One was its ability to handle drought conditions. And boy, oh boy, the last 3 years we've sure had enough of those. And then also that it's a little bit of a shorter stand. So it doesn't get so tall and it doesn't tend to fall over and lodge if there is some late rain. So that seed went off to the seed cleaning plant about a month ago. It headed into Medicine Hat to a special place that sorts out the chaff and the weeds and the grasshoppers and whatever else might be in there, and just makes a pure seed sample that we can use for seeding. Then from that sample, once that sample was generated, we sent a small package of it off to a lab. And in that lab, it was tested for a variety of different things, including germination tests, and if there was any kind of bacteria, fungus, just generally what is the viability of the seed and what's the chance that we're going to be able to harvest a good crop if we use it. So our seed sample came back fantastic, a very high, I think it was about a 98% germination test with little to no fungal activity or other concerns. So our seed is good to go, and today we're treating that seed. So I'm in the tractor and I'm just going to show you a little bit, hopefully I can show you a bit here of the setup. So we have untreated seed that's coming out of one meridian bin. It's going into a machine that is incorporating a fungicide. So fungicide is a coating that we put on the seed, and basically that coating is super important. So I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a machine that as the seed runs through, it puts a coating on, and this coating is really important because it reduces the loss that's caused by seed transmitted and soil-borne fungal diseases in wheat. So that's what that coating does. It's really like a little life jacket for our seed. So then the seed is coming out of the auger back into our truck and then into our big red auger and heading up into that meridian bin where it's going to be safely stored for the next 6 weeks, maybe a month if we're lucky. Maybe we'll be in the fields toward the end of April. As soon as we can actually get the seeder in the ground, we will. So that basically wheat needs about 100 days to maturity, and if we get an early crop in, then we can let it naturally ripen on its own, and it doesn't require any additional intervention to dry it down before harvest. So that's what we're up to today. And as you can see, we're busy. We're trying to keep moving forward, and we're doing everything we can to make sure that we're in a position so that we can get the crop in the ground in good time. And farmers are kind of like little mini self-sufficient factories, and so we're working hard to make sure that we're all set, so that when Mother Nature decides that she's going to give us the go-ahead, that we can go and that we can make sure we get the crop in the ground in a timely fashion. So that's it for today. I better get out because it looks like I'm needed. So anyways, everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.